So here's the TacSol X-Ring. I've stripped it so you can see the condition of the parts inside. It's had very little use, as you can see. These are the recall guides, a pair of springs, the trigger retaining pins are here. This is a BX trigger. This is one I've worked on. So this is a 1.5 pound trigger, nice and crisp, works very nicely. Firing pin, extractor spring and plunger, and this is actually a red, what's called a red extractor. It's slightly different profile to the standard extractors, but it's got a little, see if we get that in focus, a little radius, and they're very tough, so they work nicely with ejection. So the difference between the TacSol bolts in the gun, you have the racker that goes in the side there, of course, fits in here. The difference between a standard Ruger 1022 and the TacSol is this twin recoil guide system. So these springs actually sit inside the bolt. And you can start taking the firing pin out, but they sit inside the bolt, and it really helps the bolt run straight in the gun. Whereas with this is actually a power custom bolt. This is quite an expensive bolt to buy. Rimfire Magic sell them, but I say this is a power custom bolt. They're about 250 quid to buy. Nowhere near the quality of a TacSol, and there is no holes for the recoil guide to run in. There is a single recoil guide that runs along this one side, doesn't even run in the bolt. So these things rattle around inside the gun. And even the Volquartsen ones, this is a Volquartsen bolt, they're the same. They don't have a pair of holes, they have a single hole. So this is where the Volquartsen bolt is better than the standard 1022 bolt. The recoil guide actually runs through this hole and the spring, so it actually works a little better, but nothing like the TacSol. So you can see the condition of the gun. It's maybe had 1,000 rounds through it, and so you see where it's all nice and clean inside the gun as well. It will come with 6 magazines, and it will also come with a full maintenance kit, so spare firing pin, spare extractor and extractor plunger and extractor spring, a couple of recoil guides. There's the recoil buffer that fits in here. I think, yes, that's what comes in the spares kit, and I do carry spares for them, so if you have any issues I can always back you up with parts.